Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, I'll tell you what, it's going pretty good today. In fact, it's actually going short, as in short time, as in right now as I record this, it is about 10 after 6 p.m. on the 25th of May, which means that tomorrow morning I will be leaving this place and going to a place that I shall begin calling home. Yeah, finally, as in about freaking time. Oh boy, I can't hardly wait to get out of here and not have to be in places like this or hospitals or any of that stuff. Get back to the business of doing my business, you know, recording videos. Yes, getting on Hermitcraft as soon as I can. Because, well, tomorrow is Tuesday. I'll be getting out of here. And there's an appointment scheduled on Wednesday for the tech or whoever to come by the house and get the internet service installed. Looking forward to that. And from thence, things shall begin to happen. Yeah. In the meanwhile, I didn't do a video for the last couple of days because I've worked up an awful lot of tired, because when I'm in a place like this, I can't really sleep very much or very well at all because, well, what they have to sleep in is a bed. And for most normal people, this is a perfectly acceptable thing, but for me, it doesn't work. What can I say? For the last 20 years, I've been sleeping on a couch, and that's what works for me. You know, sleeping on my couch with a stack of pillows to get me propped up to the right angle so that I don't have problems with breathing overnight as I sleep, and so on. And it works for me. It's unorthodox, but what the heck, I don't care. You know, I'm just concerned with, does it work? And it does. But when I'm in an alien situation like this, where I've got a bed to sleep in or a wheelchair that I'm sitting in for most of the day, and well, for the most of yesterday and the day before, I sat here looking at TV with the Law and Order marathon going, and basically I would sit here and watch for a while and then drift off and fall asleep and wake up an hour later with a really sore neck, and a whole bunch of show has passed. But anyway, doing that for a couple of days, and plus I would every so occasionally crawl into this bed, even though it's not a thing for me to sleep in, and get an hour or so sleeping like that at a time, and then I'm up again, work through all the soreness that develops and start all over. Yeah. Anywho, as I've been doing all this TV watching, there are some things that I have noticed that I just have to say something about. Like, for example, among the many advertisements for medications that are, you know, pharmaceutical companies advertising their stuff, one of them is one of those things that just the very start of it makes me cringe, and it's just so cringeworthy that it almost hurts, because the commercial starts out, and I quote, "Want to brain better?" Yeah, that's what it asks. Want to brain better? And the part of me that grew up in Northeast in Massachusetts, going to school there, where proper English was the kind of thing that if you failed at it, you got a ruler across the knuckles repeatedly, and you had good incentive to learn something that at least approximated proper English. And want to brain better makes you hurt, because, oh my God, that is awful. I don't know where the heck that comes from, except out of pure freaking laziness of the worst possible kind. Yeah. And there's other things that have been driving me nuts. Like, for example, Liberty Mutual. The one that drives me the worst is where Liberty Mutual, Limu Emu, or whatever, basically he's driving around with this ostrich thing in something that looks like a yellow cab. And he's doing something that kind of reminds me of the movie Speed or something like that, where he pulls up alongside somebody going down the freeway real fast, and he's like, "Give me your hand, I can save you." And then he goes on rattling on about how he could save her a whole lot of money in insurance because Liberty Mutual is supposedly picking and choosing and customizing the policy to the individual so that you don't pay for things you don't need, which I honestly thought any decent insurance agent would do that. That was my first impression. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, you're driving down the road, you hear a siren, and the siren is apparently the ostrich with its head stuck out the window. Yeah, weird. And it just irritates the heck out of me. And I promise you, I will never do business with Liberty Mutual for as long as I live, simply because their advertising offends me that much. Yes. Oh, man. It's just a lot of little things like that that have been driving me nuts. And it's stuff like that, well, I'll put it this way. I have enjoyed watching a lot of Law and Order and little bits and pieces of other shows and programs and even a movie or two over the time that I've been trapped in this situation. It has helped keep me sane. It has helped give me something to do besides sit here and stare at the walls. Yeah. But at the same time, the advertising, the commercials have driven me completely nuts. I hate the commercials. And I would much rather, if I'm going to watch a movie, I would much rather have a DVD or an actual downloaded copy of the movie that doesn't have any commercials in it, so that I can just watch it straight through without the commercial interruptions and all that crap. This is why I'm willing to actually pay for a hard copy, an actual physical media with a movie on it. I am willing to do that as opposed to having to watch all the bloody commercials. Besides, that way I can watch as many times as I want to. It takes a while to build up a library, but hey, it works, And see, there was other things that I was meaning to mention, but somewhere along the line I misplaced my pen, and so I have not been able to write down anything or take any notes and so on. And I can't just keep a note file open on the phone because I'm using the phone to do the recording, so the screen is busy. Yeah, and oh well. I hope to be using my camcorder on its tripod, or a tripod if I have to get a new one. I don't really remember right now. I know I need a new one, but I've been putting that off for years. But yeah. So in approximately 12 to 15 hours, by 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, I am expecting to be out of this facility permanente. They've already changed me out to the smaller mini version of the wound vac, and by that I mean this thing. And let's see, if I open this up, you can see there's the device and the hose coming out of it and the little control panel, and in the side here is where the power thing plugs in. And let's see, I'm gonna hope that I'm showing this, but this right here is the goofiest power plug in the world. You plug it in like this, and it won't stay without this little strap here going across here to catch the top of this bit of Velcro to hold it. And then you close that over there like so, and that keeps it plugged in. Yeah, I'll have to see this in editing to see how good that actually shows, but it's terrible. It is, in my personal opinion, a less than optimal design. But anyway, you know what the main thing I'm looking forward to, aside from just plain being out of here, but the main aspect of that, I think, is the fact that I will no longer have to fight to get a good mug of coffee. I'll just be able to make the doggone thing myself and have it right the first time. Yeah. In any event, that's going to be it for the nursing home videos. If you get another one from me when I'm still in here, then expect me to be royally PO'd, because something will have gone royally wrong. In any event, insert flushing sound effect in the background here. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out.